AM 1220.
8:11 on this Wednesday, August 15th. Kyle, scoot over because Gregg Goodman is in studio right now. We are going to talk about all things fire insurance from Farmers Insurance.
That's what's all going on these days.
Fire insurance is a necessity in California in a big way. I mean, it seems like half of it, when we turn on the news, half of California is on fire.
All last month, it was just pretty incredible how many fires were going on in California and all the other states in the United States too. It was pretty outrageous.
So what can we do, Gregg Goodman?
I think you got to make sure that your insurance agent makes sure you have the right coverage, because you never know when a fire is going to happen.
And what would you consider the right? Give us an example. So I have a regular 3-bedroom, two bath house. Just, your normal.
Every insurance company uses certain factors on replacement costs of houses. But, if you get a quote from your insurance agent, maybe you should actually talk to the insurance agent, and say, hey, is this the right amount of coverage? Is there extended replacement costs, guaranteed replacement costs? Make sure, God forbid, if there was a catastrophic loss, that you had enough coverage to replace your house and everything else inside and your additional living expenses, et cetera, et cetera.
So this requires a conversation. What you need to do is not just have an insurance agent, but become friendly with them and talk to them and have conversations. It's most important because I know when I was younger, I had an insurance agent and they sent me the bill. I paid the bill. But as I grew older, I understood the importance of actually having a relationship with your insurance agent, so they get to know your family, what your needs are, and that's what you're here to do. You want to make sure everyone has the correct coverage, because not only if the house goes down, that's one thing,
right,
which is catastrophic, but then the contents, and then a lot of things. The one thing I don't think people realize, Greg, is that you don't start rebuilding right away. They have to, officials have to, go in and investigate the cause of the fire, and the debris isn't cleared away for several months. And where do you stay? So you need money to do that.
Absolutely. And all policies, most policies around are approximately the same, but there are differences in coverage. You should talk to your agent. And one of the things that we try to do in our agency is, we do quote business and we do write business, but we really like to meet the people so they have an understanding of how we run our business and what we do and how we quote things, because it's just very important, because a lot of people take it for granted.
I did for several years.
Granted.
Yeah, I did for several years until I became aware of the fact that it's so much better to have a relationship with your agent or agents. There's usually a group. I know you work with several people. Who are your partners?
I have 3 people who work for me. I have Carolyn Breimer, Kathy Gundy, and Maria Acevedo in my office.
And you guys all work in tandem, right?
We all do something. Someone does commercial insurance, someone does the personal insurance, and I pretty much oversee everything.
And you oversee everything.
And we do, and one of our big main factors at Farmers is my agent. We try to do a Farmers Friendly review. We want to do it every year. She's like going to your doctor, your dentist. You should just go see your insurance agent. All you need is a half an hour, 45 minutes to review all your insurance.
Just make sure, because prices change. What you had coverage for 25 years ago is very different from maybe what you need now. Materials may cost more. Hey, maybe they cost less. Maybe there's been a change in the law and there's fluctuation. It's so beneficial to check in and just make sure you have the right coverage. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up, but you are covered and
right.
Covered for these catastrophic things that are happening, especially these fires. Tell me, I'm sure you have a success story of some kind where someone came to you and said, hey, let's review this, and turned around and something happened and they were covered. I'm sure you have all kinds of success stories. Do any come to mind?
In my 24 years, I've had 2 homes burned down. I had a house in Playa del Rey, which was, like one of those 3-story, like 5,000 square foot homes. And we did have, there was definitely enough coverage for that house. The whole house got rebuilt. And I did have one in Canyon Country also that burned down. And we were there. One thing it is I went to both places. If you have an 800 company as your agent, you don't have no agent. Is someone going to go out there and help you? I know the claims adjusters are going to go out there, but I have a personal interest in all my clients, so I make sure we try and go to the clients and help them out too.
Right. It's called a relationship,
right.
And you need to build that over time. And when something happens like that, you can be on the scene. You know the policy, you know the people, you know the first thing to do to help and see that it gets done correctly and as quickly as possible, expediting what needs to happen. How long does something like that take if your house does happen to go up in flames, or maybe not even down to the ground? Let's say just, the kitchen was, catches on fire.
So you have to remember, you have the adjusters coming out. They have to do an investigation. Then they have to figure out how much replacement is. Then you have to find a contractor. And then, who knows? It could take 6 months to a year to get everything done.
Right.
And then you may be living in a hotel.
Which is a shame, but at least you'd have coverage
Right.
if you need to. Gregg Goodman from Farmers Insurance. How do we get in? I'm driving around right now and I say, that guy sounds like a pretty cool guy. I want him as my insurance agent. How do we get in touch with you?
Well, my office is open right now. It's open every day, 8 to 5, 661-254-6739. And my cell is always available at 661-803-2028. And I'm located in the center of the Industrial Center on 25030 Avenue, Stanford, suite number 50.
Stanford, Avenue Stanford, and which cross?
Avenue Scott.
Scott and Stanford.
Yes.
Know it well. You can do a little you can go to Home Depot over there. You can
go to Smart and Final.
You can go to Smart and Final, get a little Menchie's, and then visit. You're laughing because I know the area. Gregg Goodman and his staff will treat you right. So if you're looking for an insurance agent, and especially someone who cares about you personally and your family, and make sure you have the right coverage, very, very important not to take this kind of stuff for granted, especially living in California with these fires going on. Unfortunately, that's the life we choose to live in SoCal, which is beautiful and fantastic and gorgeous, but that's what we have to deal with. It's part of our reality. Gregg Goodman, thank you so much for coming in. Website? Is there a website?
No, I don't know. We don't. You just go to farmers.com and just put my name in there, Gregg Goodman, and it comes right on up.
Greg with 2 G's.
Gregg with 2 G's.
Actually, 3 G's if you count the Goodman.
My nickname was Triple G.
Triple G. So. Look for him, Gregg Goodman, Farmers Insurance. Thanks so much.
Have a good morning.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You too.